Hey everybody, I got about 6 minutes here or less to try to talk about this. But it was announced at over this past week that in conjunction with Wrestle One, TNA was going to do something that would really kind of set them apart from WWE, maybe even Ring of Honor. And that is they will have basically their WrestleMania event, Bound for Glory, in Tokyo, Japan at the Kabuki Hall in October. Now, Jeff Siegel at OTRS Central said a lot about this, talked about this, said there was some positives about it, basically saying that, one, you're bound to have TNA is going to get a decent crowd there. Two, it's basically a step in the right direction to try to make themselves that alternative, differentiate themselves from the WWE as being a product that, hey, you need to, a wrestling product that says, hey, you need to watch us because we're going to do things you wouldn't expect from, you don't expect that, the competition, the WWE, not even Ring of Honor, WWE or not even Ring of Honor will do. So he named a lot of the positives. He named, that he named the fact that the Japanese fans will recognize some of the TNA wrestlers from their times in Japan. So he said that is a positive. He did say there were some negatives. One of them, of course, being that if you're not familiar with Japanese fans and how they react to wrestling, you may think they're going to kill the show with the fact that they sit down and don't really react that much. And all due to the fact that it's out of respect for the wrestlers. So, yeah, it's out of respect for the wrestlers that they do that. Now, I'm not sure if they do that anymore. From what I've seen on YouTube through things like BGW and elsewhere, they kind of get a little into it, but they're still more respectful because basically to them, it's still a sport. It's not a multimedia entertainment conglomerate, if you know what I mean. So it's still a sport to them. And yeah. But to me, and the other thing he mentioned, and I do kind of believe this might hurt them, is they got to be on tape delay. In other words, they got to tape the show and then they got to basically try to get it out before anybody get it out on the weekend, or at least the day they say they're going to get it out on. They've proven that they could do this. I mean, when they did some of their impacts in the UK or in Scotland, they proved, hey, we can do our shows and we can tape them and we can send them back home, or we can, do stuff like that, and we can get it aired right then and there. So that might be good. So that usually is positive, even though and that's usually a positive, even though the internet still kind of likes to spoil. Even though the internet likes to still spoil things, that's a bit of a positive. So, if they could do that, because there's another event another wrestling event, New Japan-wise, that's supposed to take place still later as well, in the same day. So, it's being reported that Bound for Glory might be in the afternoon. Well, the New Japan one will be at night. So, we'll see what happens. But apparently, that's what's planned for. But that's basically the plan right now for Bound for Glory. Now, the way I look at it is they could do it on the same day and do kind of like what they did with Scotland. They could tape delay it and then send it out on the same day. The one thing I would do if I'm TNA is I would try to make sure that no spoilers would be let out. That I would probably check to make sure that the only thing people were using to phones for were to take pictures. So, but that's basically what I would do. But as far as them going to Tokyo, Japan, and Kabuki Hall, I think it's a positive for them, and I think it's a positive for them. I think it's going to be a conjunction to where you're going to have a majority of the matches be TNA, but you're also going to have some Wrestle 1 matches as well, especially if you're setting up Sonata versus Muda for Bound for Glory. But that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to you later. I got to get back to